Well, hello! Welcome back to my channel. Jashawn here to talk about some friggin' library books. So, this year, and I think in last year maybe, I was doing vlog-style library hauls, simply because I was like, making a bunch of requests that were coming in at random times. So I would just do vlog-style showing you until I got like however many, and then I would post it, right? But this year I've been trying to read more of my own TBR and not use the library quite so much. So this one is not going to be a vlog style one. I'm just going to show you the books that I got today because I don't anticipate picking up any others for a minute. These first three were hold requests that I went to pick up, and then I walked around and I grabbed two more, and these are for the next couple. I don't know if it's the first one or maybe part 2 and part 3. I can't remember where they fall. But some books for my fantasy romance deep dive series that I'm doing. The first one being Slave to Sensation by Nalini Singh. This is book 1 of the Sai Changeling series. I've wanted to check this out for a while. I believe it's urban fantasy, right? Is it urban fantasy? I think so. I really don't even know, like, the fucking premise. Aware that the ruling Sai punish any sign of desire, Sasha Duncan must conceal the feelings that brand her as flawed. To reveal them would be to sentence herself to the horror of rehabilitation, the complete psychic erasure of everything she ever was. Oh, dang. Both human and animal, Lucas Hunter is a changeling hungry for sensation. After centuries of uneasy coexistence, these two races are on the verge of war over the brutal murders of several changeling women. Lucas is determined to find the Sai killer, and Sasha is his ticket into their guarded society. But it seems this ice-cold Sai is capable of passion, and the animal in Lucas is aroused. Now, caught between conflicting worlds, Lucas and Sasha must remain bound to their identities or sacrifice everything for a taste of darkest temptation. Oh, dang. Yeah, I had literally no idea what it was about. But everyone talks about it all the time. And I also, Nalini Singh is an author of color, and I wanted to try to get some more of that worked into my fantasy romance deep dive. Woot woot! Then we have one that has been going around on fantasy romance, or just romance booktube. A Heart of Blood and Ashes by Milla Vane, which is book 1 of A Gathering of Dragons, which I think this one is like on the higher smut end. There's like trigger warnings for everything. It says, a generation ago, the Western realms were embroiled in endless war. Then the Destroyer came. From the blood and ashes he left behind, a tenuous alliance rose between the barbarian riders of Parsaith and the walled kingdoms of the south. This alliance is all that stands against the return of an ancient evil, until the barbarian king and queen are slain in an act of bloody betrayal. Yeah. I don't know. We'll see. And then a late addition to the fantasy romance deep dive list was Touch the Dark by Karen Chance, a Cassie Palmer novel. This is urban fantasy. I know, there's vampires and stuff. Cassandra Palmer can see the future and communicate with spirits, talents that make her attractive to the dead and the undead. The ghosts of the dead aren't usually dangerous, they just like to talk a lot. The undead are another matter. Like any sensible girl, Cassie tries to avoid vampires. But when the blood-sucking mafioso she escaped 3 years ago finds Cassie again with vengeance on his mind, she's forced to turn to the Vampire Senate for protection. The undead senators won't help her for nothing, and Cassie finds herself working with one of their most powerful members, a dangerously seductive master vampire, and the price he demands may be more than Cassie is willing to pay. Woot woot. We'll see. And then the two random ones that I picked up just from my browsing. This one I have not seen very many people talk about. It got published, I think, in 2020. Was it? Yeah, 2020. And it just kind of went under the radar, so I don't know if that's, like, bad for it or if the marketing just wasn't all that great. Bethany, though, Beautifully Bookish Bethany, she talked about it and enjoyed it. I don't remember how much she enjoyed it, but she enjoyed it. And that is Chosen Ones by Veronica Roth. It's basically some people who, I think, was it 10 years ago? No, 15 years ago. They were teenagers who saved the world from the Dark One. And then after that, you know, everyone else's lives went back to normal, but theirs did not, because they were these heroes that saved the world, so their lives were a little different. And then now something else is coming up, and yeah, they might have to do this again. They might have to, like, fight again. But yeah, I just thought that was a really interesting premise, like, the chosen ones that saved the world and, like, the aftermath of them living now with, like, PTSD and shit, it sounds like. And then this one I've literally never heard of. Could be terrible, I don't know, but I've heard of the author because I own a newer book of hers, The Wolf and the Whale by Jordana Max Brodsky. This is The Immortals. Never heard of it before, but it says, the city sleeps. Oh, Manhattan. It says Manhattan. The city sleeps. Celine Da Silva walks her dog along the banks of the Hudson. She is alone, just the way she likes it. She doesn't believe in friends and she doesn't speak to her family. Most of them are simply too dangerous. In the pre-dawn calm, Celine finds the body of a young woman washed ashore, gruesomely mutilated and wreathed in laurel. Her ancient rage returns, and so does the memory of a promise she made long ago, when her name was Artemis. So, sounds like urban fantasy, Greek gods, etc. I'm fucking here for it. Hopefully it's fun. Like I said, never heard of it. When was it published? It's by Orbit. 2016. But I like Greek mythology shit, so sign me up. And those are the 5 books. I did request Illusionary by Zoraida Cordova as well, but I don't know when that's going to come in. There was at least one hold request prior to mine, so I'm in the queue. So yeah, that's why I wanted to do this and not wait. Like and comment down below if you've read any of these. Let me know your thoughts. If you don't really have anything to say, you can leave a little emoji. As always, thank you so much for your time. Hope you guys have a wonderful day, and I will talk to you later. Bye-bye.